a little flyer right here that I brought with me from Minnesota, put out by proponents of ERA, and it says right here, the 14th Amendment has not been construed by the courts to mean that discrimination on the basis of sex is unconstitutional. That is simply untrue. We have here a very partial listing of legal decisions that have been made by the U.S. Supreme Court and other courts using not only the 14th Amendment, but the other statutes that I have read to you, giving women full legal rights.
Now, women sitting in the audience, do you think you were protected by that amendment? No. The first case that ever used the 14th Amendment was in 1971. Reed versus Reed. Now, how's that for an amendment that protected you? For 100 years, every time a case came to the court asking for defense against discrimination to a woman, the court said no, because women were not included in the word person.
Now, the proponents of ERA are going to try to tell you that homosexual marriages and probable adoption of children will not be a result of this forced unisex equality of ERA. But I have a newspaper clipping from the St. Paul Pioneer Dispatch, which shows a homosexual couple, two males in Minnesota, who have applied through 3 state adoption agencies for a child. To date, these applications have not been refused. Now, they did apply to another agency, one located in St. Paul, and in a clipping I got only last week, the Human Rights Commission of the City of St. Paul, working under a, quote, equality doctrine in their human rights charter, said that to discriminate against these men, in other words, to not process their application to adopt a child just as if they were any normal married couple, would be discrimination based on sex and would not be allowed under that human rights charter. So we have a pretty good preview of what Equal Rights Amendment is going to do. This is why homosexuals should not be allowed to marry, because then they are entitled to adopt children just as if they were any normal married couple.
The proponents of the Equal Rights Amendment have always maintained that it did not authorize homosexual marriages. Court decisions in states that already have equal rights amendments, such as in the state of Washington, have upheld us in that belief. Now, there's nothing in the Equal Rights Amendment to equalize homosexual marriages. The Congress of the United States discussed the question of whether or not the Equal Rights Amendment would legalize homosexual marriages. And when courts must decide what is meant by any amendment or any law that is passed by Congress or a legislature, they refer to the discussions in Congress. And the majority, not Senator Irving, who was one of that small minority, but the majority of the senators said that they did not intend the legalization of homosexual marriages. They dismissed that, saying that it involves sexuality, not sex, and that it had nothing to do with the Equal Rights Amendment.
And God said this, not me. A homosexual cannot enter heaven, and I want heaven after death for my children. No happiness. No happiness on this earth, no amount of money can compare to eternity in heaven with God. And I need go no further with this answer.